We've traced Jacob's imprint as a bridge between wolves and vampires, a destiny woven from Quiliote prophecy and survival. But the bridge he guards, Renesmee Cullen, isn't just a symbol of unity. She's a paradox, half human, half vampire, born from a mother who died to give her life, a father who feared she'd destroy them all. Her laugh is sunshine. Her growth is a storm. Fans have called her a miracle, abomination, and the future. But what if she's something far more unsettling? A being whose very existence teeters between evolution and extinction. Her power, a riddle. Even Alice's visions couldn't fully solve. Let's dissect the clues, because Renesmee's unstable nature isn't just a quirk of her hybrid biology. It's a ticking clock, a hidden darkness, and a question that hangs over every vampire, wolf, and human in Forks. What happens when a creature too powerful to control, too rare to understand, decides her own destiny? The hidden accelerated growth, gift, or ticking bomb. Renesmee's first miracle was also her first red flag. She grew. Not like a human baby, cooing and crawling for months, but like a wildfire. In Breaking Dawn, Bella notes, 1 week, she had the proportions of a 3-month-old, the next, a 6-month-old. By her first birthday, she looked 5. Carlyle, ever the scientist, calls it accelerated cellular regeneration, a mix of vampire immortality and human growth. But regeneration implies balance. Renesmee's growth felt more like a race. Here's the unsettling math. If she aged 4 years in one, when would it stop? Carlyle theorized she'd stabilize at physical maturity around 7 human years. But what if he was wrong? Fan theories point to Breaking Dawn's deleted scenes and Meyer's early drafts, where Alice's visions flicker with a darker possibility, Renesmee's cells, racing to replicate, burn out. Imagine it. She hits adulthood. At 7, then ages backward, her body breaking down as quickly as it built itself up. A candle burning twice as bright, lasting half as long. Edward, in his panic during Bella's pregnancy, mutters, "She's taking too much, too fast." Was he talking about Bella's life or Renesmee's own? Her growth isn't just physical. By age 1, she speaks in full sentences, reads books meant for teens, and understands concepts most adults struggle with. She's not just smart, Jacob says in Breaking Dawn. She's aware, too aware maybe. Human children learn fear, doubt, patience over years. Renesmee skips that. She sees a vampire, and she's not scared. She reaches for their hand. She meets the volturi, and she doesn't flinch. She smiles. Is that innocence, or a lack of survival instinct? A child who never learned to fear is a child who never learns to run. And in a world that hunted her kind, that's not a gift, that's a target. Worst of all, her growth is unpredictable. Alice's visions, so sharp with other futures, blur when they focus on Renesmee. She's too new, Alice admits in Breaking Dawn. The rules don't apply. A being outside the rules, vampire, human, or otherwise, is a wildcard. And wildcards don't just disrupt plans. They detonate them. The limitations of her gift, a power with teeth. Renesmee's gift sounds harmless enough. She shares thoughts, memories, feelings through touch. No vampire mind control. No wolf rage, just connection. When she touches Bella's cheek, Bella sees Renesmee's earliest memories, the warmth of the womb, the sound of Edward's voice. When she touches Jacob, he feels her trust, pure and unshakable. It's like seeing the world through her eyes, he says. Sweet, right? But gifts, in Twilight, always have strings. Let's start with the obvious, she can't turn it off. In Breaking Dawn, Renesmee cries when Jacob leaves, and without meaning to, she floods his mind with her loneliness. So intense, he turns around, abandoning his patrol. I didn't mean to, she sniffles later. But intent doesn't matter. A power you can't control is a weapon. What happens when she's angry? Scared? Could her touch, meant to connect, become a blast of raw emotion that overwhelms, even injures, whoever's on the receiving end? Imagine a toddler throwing a tantrum, but instead of screaming, she floods your mind with her rage until you're curled on the floor, gasping. That's not a gift. That's a liability. Then there's the flip side. What if she absorbs emotions too? Vampire gifts often have mirrors. Edward reads minds, Bella blocks them. Alice sees the future. Jasper manipulates emotions. Is it so far-fetched that Renesmee, who gives thoughts, might also take them? Fan theories suggest her touch is a two-way street. When she connects with someone, she doesn't just share, she takes in their pain, their secrets, their darkness. Over time, could that overwhelm her? A child carrying the weight of everyone she's ever touched. By age 7, she'd be a walking graveyard of other people's ghosts. And let's not forget the Volturi's fear. They labelled her an immortal child, but that was a lie. Immortal children are mindless, violent. Renesmee is none of that. So why kill her? Maybe they saw something Alice missed, a power that could undo them. If Renesmee can share her thoughts, could she one day share truths? Expose the Volturi's lies? Make every vampire in the world see how they manipulate, how they kill, how they pretend to be gods. A being who can't be silenced, who can't be controlled, who can lay bare the darkest secrets of the vampire world. That's a threat worth burning for. The future of her kind, evolution or extinction. Renesmee is the first of her kind. But will she be the last? Bella and Edward's miracle wasn't just luck. It was biology, Bella's unique blood, Edward's frozen cells, a perfect storm of human and vampire DNA. If others followed, if more human-vampire hybrids were born, what would that mean for the world? The optimistic view. Evolution. Vampires, stuck in their immortal stagnation, gain a new spark. Hybrids, with human empathy and vampire strength, bridge the gap between species. They don't crave human blood. Renesmee drinks animal blood, like the Cullens, but they understand human joy, human loss. They could teach vampires to live with humans, not just alongside them. Carlyle dreams of this. A world where we're not monsters, he says in Breaking Dawn. Renesmee could be the first step, but optimism is dangerous in Twilight. The pessimistic view? Or the Volturi tolerate the Cullens because they're vegetarians, a curiosity, not a threat. But a race of hybrids? Stronger than vampires, Renesmee outruns Edward by age 5, smarter and growing. They'd upend the balance of power. Ancient covens, clinging to their bloodlust, would see hybrids as abominations. Wolves, already divided over Renesmee, would split further. Some protecting hybrids, some hunting them. Humans, if they ever learn the truth, would fear them more than either vampires or wolves. It's a powder keg. And Renesmee, she's the match. Even if peace holds, there's a quieter, sadder possibility: loneliness. Renesmee will outlive her mother. Bella, turned vampire, is immortal. But Renesmee, if her growth stabilizes, she'll live as long as a vampire. But Jacob, her imprint, is a wolf. Wolves age. Slowly, but they age. He'll grow old. She won't. What happens to the bridge when one side crumbles? Will she seek out other hybrids, creating a new tribe? Or will she retreat? A being too human for vampires, too vampire for humans, too alone for words. Alice's visions, in the end, offer no answers. When Bella asks about Renesmee's future, Alice just smiles. It's bright, but messy. Messy. A word that sums up Renesmee perfectly. A child with the power to heal or to destroy, a bridge that could hold or collapse, a future that's hers to shape, for better or for worse. Renesmee Cullen isn't just a miracle baby, or a plot device to unite wolves and vampires. She's a question. What happens when the world's rules no longer apply? When a being is born who doesn't fit into vampire, human, or wolf? When power and innocence collide? The next time you reread Breaking Dawn, watch her. Watch how she runs faster than Edward, how she speaks wiser than her years, how her eyes, so like Bella's, so like Edward's, see the world without fear. She's not just a child. She's a storm gathering strength. And storms, as Fawkes knows better than anyone, don't ask permission. They just come. Is Renesmee a gift? A bomb? A bridge? Maybe she's all three. And that's the scariest part. We'll have to wait to find out.